Hello campers, and welcome to Vlogmas bonus. So it turns out that vlogging for Vlogmas is kind of addictive, and that anything that fun and interesting happens in our lives, I feel like I have to share it with you now because I don't want you to miss anything. So a little while ago I talked about making some burgers, and they're my dad's recipe, my late father, and he was the master at barbecue. He was the master at smoking meat. He could do it with his eyes closed and wouldn't even use a temperature gauge. Yeah, he was that guy. So he imparted a lot of this onto me, and now I'm known as that for the family, which is awesome. So what I'm doing today are the burgers, and I just thought I would walk you through it because I'm doing it anyway, so why not take you guys along for the ride. This is what we're working with here. I know it looks like a lot, and it is, and that's sort of the point. So what I like to put in mine, Sunshine is a vegetarian. She's having tofu. You can't make that taste good. Black pepper, oregano, onion, garlic, and Everglades. Now if you don't have Everglades, a simple burger mix will work. Listen, I am talking to the internet because I started making these burgers and I realized that we're addicted to Vlogmas, and if I'm doing it anyway, I might as well bring them along for the ride. And a lot of people asked about the burgers, so I'm just gonna film it. If we use it, we use it. We don't, we don't. Sunshine, I'm not even pointing the camera. Sunshine's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, you guys, duh. She was just in taking care of and playing with the babies. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we are fostering 2 kittens that are going to wonderful family homes for Christmas. Again, we don't condone giving out animals for Christmas. You guys already heard the speech, but we know the animals and we know the people that they're going to, so it's gonna work, but otherwise don't do it. Anyway, so I'm gonna go out and start the fire because everything has to be grilled. The meat itself, I've already got the stuff in there. I like to take out 15 to 20 minutes beforehand to make sure that it is not fresh, cold out of the fridge. You don't want to leave it out too long. Obviously, foodborne bacteria, blah, blah, blah. But you don't want it fresh, cold out of the fridge because when you put it on a hot fire, the outside's going to get cooked quicker than the inside, and you're going to have a hard time, depending on what you want your inside to look like, cooking it thoroughly. Personally, me, I like my burgers medium rare. Sunshine, of course, is vegetarian, so we don't have to worry about that. That's just the way that I like to do it. Now, other meats and stuff, you actually like pork butts and things like that, and steak even. Even steak, I'll leave a little cold in the center, but you want to leave them out a little bit longer so that when you do put it on the fire, you get a more even cook. But these guys, I do want just a little bit cold. That way the outside gets nice and crispy and the inside is the color that I like it. So that is that. There is a secret ingredient, and that, of course, is what's this here, sauce. And that just goes in like that. And we'll let them marinate in the hot tub while I go get the fire going. Lighter, wood. Let's see what we're working with here. Back. Everybody's so nosy. Now, people are going to be like, Michelle, why don't you use charcoal? Well, because charcoal doesn't give you the same flavor. And yes, that matters. If you give me a choice between charcoal and wood, I'm going to take wood all day. Now you're going to say, but Rochelle, you're using gas to start the light. You're right, I am. I don't judge you, so don't judge me. I use the gas to start the wood and then shut the gas off. Clean, natural wood burning flavor. And yes, like I said, that does matter. burgers are ready to go. I wish you could smell them. Now, of course, you can just do plain burgers. You can do just salt and pepper. You can add onions. You can add an egg. You can add breadcrumbs. You can do whatever you want. But this is just simple meat with spices. We like ours fancy. Is bougie burgers. That's what I'm going to call them. My dad's recipe, honestly, was just salt and pepper. But they smell amazing. They're like little Italian meatball patties. So right on the flames they go. Just like that. Now you don't want them touching, you want them spread apart. Ideally a little bit more than, there we go. Now what we're looking for, oh I wish you could smell it, is a nice char on the outside before we flip it. And the best way to know that is the meat won't stick to the grill anymore if it's cooked. Little secret there for you. So if you go to move the burger and it's sticking and doing all sorts of funny things, then it's not ready to be moved yet. They're very finicky, these. And you may be thinking, wow, those flames are hot. Well, yeah, that's the point. And I'll show you why in a second. So we just don't want to cook them, we want to give them flavor. And the only way to do that is to get a char on the outside, flip them, char the other side, and then right before I think they're done, I'm going to put the lid on, close it up, it's going to put the fire out, and it's going to give it the smoke. And when you give it some smoke, that's what makes a good juicy burger. Searing the outside so the juices stay in, put some smoke on it, and you will not be disappointed. And that's why I use the wood instead of charcoal. I know exactly what's in it, I know that wood. You'll never go back. Alright, let's see, this guy might be ready to move. Nope, not yet. Now this is no gas, this has been turned off, this is just straight flames from the wood. Here we go. Flip around. Flip for you. Now I'm going to try the other side. And this might look like I'm burning them, but I promise you I'm not. Another thing you don't want to do that you see people do all the time is freaking squish them. I don't know who came up with that idea, but if you freaking squish them, all of that delicious juice is going to come out. So don't freaking squish them. Just let them go, man. Let them be natural. Now if you do get a flare-up, you can see these flare-ups starting to happen because the fat from the burger is dripping into the fire. And if you get too much down there, it will sort of become out of control, and you don't want that either. Simply just put your top on carefully and wait for it to go out. Snuff out the oxygen. If you can't do that, grab a huge thing of salt, because you don't want to put water on a grease fire, and dump salt on your fire. Try not to get any on the meat because you ruin it, obviously, but I've had that happen once in my teenage years. Now the second side we're not going to do quite as long because even though the other side was first, it's already cooking through the middle and we don't want it to go too far through the middle. Now remember, when I go to put the lid on and put some smoke on it, it's going to trap all that heat, so it's going to be cooking. So the fire was mainly to get the char. Then I'm going to put the lid on to get some smoke on it. And this guy's been getting most of the heat. Just switch him around. This guy's a little bit bigger, so we move him around to the hotter part. Leave him on there for a second. Put the lid on. I'm going to shut my flue. Come down here. Shut my other one so that I don't continue to feed the fire. If I feed the fire, it's going to remain hot. I'm going to wait for that glorious puff of smoke to let me know that it's out. You don't want to burn them, and you can see the temperature. It's climbing. It's about to hit 350. It gets hot quick, so you want to watch that. And we're going to open this. And that is giving her flavor right now. And this is sitting at 350. And I'm not going to leave this in here very long because I don't want it to overcook, but this is now smoking those burgers. So what I'm going to do is go in and get some cheese, and I'll be right back. All right. Some cheese on there. Put the top back on. Close it back up so we get the most heat trapped to melt that cheese quick so we don't overdo the burgers. And I forgot my plate. Now I put the lid on this and started smoking them way before they were done. And that's the trick. You don't want to cook them to your liking and then try and put some smoke on them because you'll overcook them real quick. Dodge the robo vacuum. I think Sunshine's wrapping presents. Okay, so this is the finished product. Now we use some bougie cheese. This is some Parmesan shreds. It doesn't melt like your normal cheese, but it's got a little bit of a yellow color to it, meaning that the smoke isn't buttered in it. And just to show you, we're actually eating these on wraps because we're watching our figure. Just to show you what it looks inside. And you have slightly pink, juicy, smoked barbecue burgers. So I hope you've enjoyed this little bonus vlogmas of me not being able to put the camera down. Those are my dad's famous barbecued / smoked burgers with my recipe of not just using salt and pepper. And I'm gonna go help Sunshine wrap. We're gonna eat. I'm gonna edit this and we will see you guys soon. Bye.